can see towards the very edge of this row of various shops and market bits, there appears to be a building that is small with a thatched roof, but it looks like it's more of for the visual aspect of it. It's made to look almost like a small country cottage, but it's plainly intentional, and it's just an aesthetic that's been placed onto it to make it look different and interesting from the rest of the...
like a tiki bar.
Kinda, yeah, I guess you could say that. Outside you do see a sign that is written in beautiful cursive that's kind of arched over the main door that says Chastity's Nook. And even just, well, the doorway is slightly open and there is a warm light from the interior. There is a glass window and you can see there are books kind of on display there. But you already see a few people inside. It's not like packed, but it's making business. So, as you enter the small shop, the interior is beautiful and surprisingly busy. There's 5 other patrons that are currently perusing through various tomes and look to be stacks of artwork. You can see it carries many books and different types of tawdry decor, like rugs, embroidered tapestries, candles, both scented and not, and you can smell oils and incense in there as well. It's this kind of mishmash of scents. It's kind of dark lit in the interior. But as soon as you enter, almost every other person in there kind of glances over their shoulder at you and kind of goes back. That's the business. But as soon as you finish scanning the room, a voice kind of peeks up and goes, hello. You glance over and see what appears to be a human female in her 40s, kind of mousy brown hair, kind of wild and curly that goes past her shoulders, and she has like a heavy sweater on, and these big glasses that are right in front of her face. She goes, can I help you?
That is a very handsome sweater you have. Is that from here in the city?
Much. Oh, it was a gift.
I'm sorry, what is your name?
Iva.
Iva, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Iva Deshin, and this is my shop.
Iva
Deshin.
Deshin. All right. Yeah, you know, I'm new to town, and I'm looking for a bit of reading, and this place has been highly recommended to me, and I'm wondering what.
A grin curls past her face. She goes, recommended. You want to go to the back? And she kind of points, and you can see now that she's pointed it out, it's just one long chamber with shelves and like a central table. And at the beginning has more of the accoutrement, like the candles and the various knickknacks you could purchase. In the back, you can already see there are large scrolls that are hung up with like beautifully painted nudes. You can see rows and rows of
I made you plan for this.
I know you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did, buddy. There are stacks of books where the covers have their own individual paintings, where you can see.
Detail.
You can see like a portrait of a moonlight painting of a brawny-looking man who's dipping a fainting-looking woman in like a delicate dress, glistening across the moonlight, slightly pulled up. And this is the young adult romance section of any bookstore on full display. And the more you look back, you can see there's a few figures in the process, just kind of thumbing through the books, kind of reading them where they stand in the middle there.
So, are you looking for anything in particular?
My tastes, they are very varied, and I'm always looking for something new.
Oh, I have recommendations if you like.
Of course, I'm very interested in literature recommendations.
There's Zemnian Nights, very popular. There's The Enchanting Tryst for those who want more of a fantastical perspective. Scent of the Sea for the traveler who enjoys the perusal. That one is Outer Empire, so folks have varying interest. There's Tusk Love. That one's a little more saucy. Well, if you want something more gentle, something that's more of just a classic love story, we have God of My Heart. Shallow Breaths are a bit more body, and
I want to buy Tusk Love, please.
Right this way.
And as she walks away from us, I'm obviously here for a purpose, but I like historical fiction as well, and I like when the two things are combined. Do you know what I mean?
Sex and history.
She kind of leans in for a moment and gives you a look.
Follow me.
I'm
goes-
following, by the way.
Now, when you say, now, define historical. What are your interests?
Well, I just like, historical fiction. I don't like shallow, smut. I like to learn something while I'm being titillated, I suppose.
Oh my god.
You made me do this, Leo.
I like to learn.
And she goes,
It's been banned for the past 15 years, but I do have a couple of reclaimed copies of Courting of the Crick, if you'd be interested.
I'm very much interested in this and other books as well, but we will start with the Courting of the Crick.
here it is. And you approach the outside of a modestly sized shop, thatched roof, textured purple curtains in the windows, flanking the entryway, where above a sign hangs displaying the name of the establishment in beautiful cursive writing, Chastity's Nook.
Oh my gosh.
The Chastity's Nook! Wowzers.
Sorry.
You can see as Seth kind of adjusts the glasses. Well, try to be respectful, do not gawk too much, and, if possible, do not maintain too much conversation with the proprietor.
Good luck on that.
Gawk at what?
As you kind of begin to step within the interior, the first thing that catches you, barrage of scents. There are a number of, the smell of scented candles that have mixed, like a terrifying Sephora hammer has struck you in the face. There are oils and incense. And as you peruse, like the initially long entryway, you can see there are all manner of interesting knickknacks and keepsakes and very gaudy furniture and decorative objects that line the interior. There are tapestries that hang, and the further in you walk, the more nudity that seems to be present on them.
Oh.
Not too many footsteps in, out of the corner around the area where you were stepping in. You can see from a chair, starting forth a woman in her 50s or so, kind of mousy, brownish hair that kind of falls in a heavy lock of curls, big glasses on her face, kind of steps up. Hello. Glad we have possible clients within. Pleasure. My name is Eva. How can I be of service to you?
We're here for the porn.
Love it.
Paperback, in particular, if you have it.
That one has tooth.
I don't mind hardback.
In fact, we're
The special books are this way, if that's what you're talking about.
yes.
Of course. We've been bought out of many of our specialties. Times of tumultuous events, people seem to want a lot of escapism. But we do have some classic standbys. We have here the few copies of Enchanting Tryst at our disposal. Fine Shallow Breaths. There's the Emerald Kiss. Spirited Succulence. One of my personal favorites. Came out about 2 years ago. I think you'd love it. The Dance of the Burning Call. A beautiful piece. Less tawdry and more just a classic romance tale. Highly recommended as well. God of the Heart. The Gale and the Raven. That's a newer one. There's also Tusk Love is a classic of ours. I have one copy left. Stepping through curtain to the back room. There are a number of shelves here. Have a number of empty spots, but there are books on display. There are other small, look almost like iron urns that have incense kind of lit out of them that are kind of giving the room this kind of haze of smoke that sits around it. And in the far corner, on a stool, you see a female half-elf and probably what looks like her mid-20s or so, like curly, dirty blonde hair that kind of surrounds her head.